Siblings. They can have such a massive impact on who we become, which is why I had to spotlight my little brother Turner for the Gratitude Story Project. If you were to grab a beer with my now 28-year-old brother, he'll likely start the conversation with one of his 5 favorite subjects: Muay Thai and how superior it is to all other forms of fitness, what music he's been noodling around with lately, or informing you of how terrible your taste is, his latest hiking adventure or incredible accomplishment his wife Lara has tackled, or his perfect puppy Dovahkiin. Turner has just always had this internal sense of knowing what he wants, what he likes, and what he doesn't like, and he will let you know. As evidence, this is another clip from that Montana State project I mentioned in my last video. You can see how thrilled he was to participate. Right about... yeah, there. So Turner doesn't mince words. He doesn't pretend to be someone that he's not. And we butted heads a lot growing up, which my cousins love to gleefully point out today. And yes, part of this video is an excuse for me to dump adorable photos of my brother, but I also wanted to talk about a moment when I actually wanted to get to know him, when our relationship fundamentally shifted because I came to appreciate him for who he was, not who I or maybe who anyone else wanted him to be. It was my last year in college, I was 20 years old, and we were on the phone, a rare occasion for us. I was just venting to him about a fight I was having with my mom and worried about tuition and if I was going to be able to pay my bills. Without skipping a beat, Turner said, "I have money, Kels. Duh. Don't even worry, it'll be fine. Just tell me what you need and I'll get it for you. I'll always have your back. That's my job." I was stunned. Your job? Who the hell are you and what did you do with my brother? Mostly I was taken off guard because, well, I'm ashamed to say that I wouldn't have thought to offer the same if it was the other way around. Yet here he was, the same brother who says, "I love me too," whenever I, left for school, who welcomed me back with a, "Well, I guess I have to share the bathroom again," and who I used to have to drag to the store to buy Christmas presents for our parents. Here he was offering something that just seemed completely obvious to him. That was the first time he was more than my annoying little brother. And the first time I wanted to know him more, admittedly. Not because he offered something that I wanted, but because I was curious about his loyal, tender, protective family member when I wasn't sure who I could count on at the time. It was a window, an opportunity to this tender side that I had to know more about. I thanked him for what he said and started asking more questions. Not just about surface level crap, but the real stuff. We opened up about mental health and what it was like to be, well, us and our family. Over the last decade, I've learned that the cocktail of grief and loneliness from not feeling like you entirely belong in your family is a totally normal thing. But at 20, crying with my brother on the phone, there was a magic in feeling seen and connected with the only person who could actually get what it was like to grow up together. Now, the few times I come to visit Spokane each year, I crave the precious time I get to carve out of Turner's packed schedule for our real talks. As his older sister, I still tear up when I think about how grateful I am that he's alive and how much he's accomplished over the last 10 years. And to the universe for bringing his amazing wife Lara into his life. Lara, ever since you came around, there's a steadiness in Turner's life. Knowing him for, as long as he's existed, it's hard to miss the deep, abiding joy, courage, and swagger that emanates from him. That's an invaluable gift of love and connection that you brought to his life, and I'm always going to be grateful and love you for that. Bro, thank you for being there when it really counts. I love you so much it hurts. I promise I'll always call you out on your shit, and I will also always fight for you. I can't wait for another decade to see what you do next.